Hey everybody, this is Mark with iAppleTech128, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to dismiss the keyboard on iOS by tapping outside of the text field or view. So let's go ahead and create a new app and I'll show you what we're going to be doing in a second. So I'm just going to create a basic app and we'll just call this test and we will just save this to the desktop. Now let's go to our storyboard. And we're going to go ahead and throw in a text view. Now this is what is going to be able to be written in. We will just go ahead and delete all of that and make sure it is editable. And now before we go ahead and run this app real quick, I'm going to show you what the issue is and what we want to solve. So in our app right here, if I go ahead and start typing, I'll just say test, text, and I'm done. Let's go ahead and click the return button, but it creates a new line instead. Now if we click outside of here, we can't dismiss the keyboard. And unlike the iPad, there's not enough room on the keyboard for a dismiss button. And if we go into landscape mode, we then get our dismiss button, but not in portrait. So how do we add that? Well, there's really no way to actually add a button to the keyboard, but you can have the user click outside of the text field, and it will do the same thing. So with our text field, let's go ahead and maybe change the background color so it's a little more obvious from the rest. So we have our text field right here, and what we want to do is go ahead and open up the Assistant Editor. And we want to go ahead into our viewcontroller.swift control drag up here. And we're going to want to add an IB outlet. And we're just going to want to call this text field. Now that we have that, we're going to go down below here. And we're just going to go ahead and put in a little bit of code that's going to dismiss the keyboard when you touch outside of that text field. It's really simple and easy to do. So I'm just going to put in a note right here that says dismiss keyboard so we know what we're doing. So first what we want to do is say what happens when we touch outside of the area. So we're going to say override function touches began, and we're going to leave everything up here the same. We're going to start entering in our code, and we will just say self.view.end editing and true. Now we got that. So now we're going to go on and we will say function text field should return bool self dot view dot end editing is true, and we will return false. Now that is all you really need in order to do this. So if we go ahead and run this, we go ahead and click in here, and the keyboard's not popping up because I'm in the simulator. If you do Command K, it'll bring up the keyboard, and we will just say test. Now, return button still works, but if I click outside, you can see the keyboard disappears, and we no longer have to worry about going into landscape mode in order to dismiss the keyboard. This isn't a problem on the iPad. It will still work the same if we go ahead and click outside on the iPad, but you still have that button. But in portrait mode on an iPhone, this is what you do to make it work. But there you have it. That's all for this video. Super simple and easy to do. If you liked it, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark with iAppleTech128, and I will see you in the next one.